Hey, thanks for coming back to the easyplaylist.com. I'm here. Thanks again for tuning into these book reviews. I know I've done vlogs, podcasts, however you listen to this. This is something that's been coming easy to me because I've decided personally that I was going to just start consuming books. And I'm a blogger, so I just decided, like, fuck it, let me hold the video up while I digest what I just read. So, yeah, just click back on my old videos and check out all these books that I've been reading. I'm gonna keep them coming every week. I got Michelle Obama's Becoming today. This book is great. I tell you, this book is fucking amazing. It was so eye-opening, and what made me pick up this book was one of the authors that I actually previously read was Charlemagne. It wasn't from his book that I got the suggestion to read this book. It was from one of his interviews where he was just talking about how if you can read about, he might have even mentioned in his book, a lot of stuff that he mentions in his books are all in on the Breakfast Club interviews and stuff. So while I was reading his book though, or watching the podcast, I got this advice that reading or learning about something that's completely opposite from you could possibly or potentially be like some of the most eye-opening experiences, you know. And right now I was like, yo, what's more different than some white kid, white and Mexican kid who listens to hip-hop, grew up poor? What would be the opposite of that? And I mean, there's all kinds of, you know, vague differences, but I decided, like, yo, let me go after like someone that everybody's not listening to. So Michelle Obama was someone that like no one in my circle is like praising. You know, I'm sure she has her big following, and I know she's changed millions of people's lives already. But personally, like in my own like circle, I don't really hear people championing a woman as strong as Michelle Obama. And man, the prelude gets crazy on this book. I tell you, she opens it up with like, you know, I've been criticized for countless things across, you know, called every name in the book. She's like, I've had people talk smack. I don't know, these aren't her exact words. Talk smack about Barack, her husband, on national television and say the nastiest stuff in the TV. And then when they see Michelle, they want to take a picture with her for a keepsake. She says that in her prelude. She says she's been called an angry black woman, and she don't know what makes people more kind of upset. Is it because she was angry because she's black, or because she's a woman? I was like, yo, drops mic. Like right there, I was like, this shit is crazy. Like I was already like super anticipating, and like she ends the prelude with like kind of like a description of like meeting the Trumps. So you already know that this is going to be the process. This is becoming everything. She separates it as like becoming me, becoming us, becoming more. And it's just like this entail, like you find out stuff that I don't think like the general public knows, but she met Barack through like a lawyer firm. She was like his boss. He was like an intern, and he was like the most sought off lawyer or incoming lawyer that the bar or the Sidley, which is like the lawyer attorney's firm that they work for. And she's like a boss in her own right, and then they're trying to like get Barack in, so they tagged him up with her, and then there you go. The rest kind of like envelops in the story, and you know, the little dates and all that stuff. And she just talks about a lot. It's interesting because you hear about White House and you just think they all got money, but in the book, they calculate everything you eat. They calculate the amount of food that's being purchased and the snacks and toilet paper, and it's a whole itemized receipt that gets sent to the Obamas, and or the seating family, president's family gets like a huge bill every month. I mean, yeah, they're getting paid and stuff too, but they still have to pay these bills. So like, it's funny, they tell a story about like if Barack, because they want to cater to everything that you guys do, right? That's what their entire job is to just make sure your day-to-day is amazing. So if Barack was at breakfast, he'd mention like, oh, I like some rare fruit from the Philippines or something like that. They'd like, without even telling him, they'd hear it, and then they would just order that shit in, and that shit end up on the bill. So they had to like stop all that. You had to pay attention. Michelle had to pay attention and figure out what was going on. And you know, the way they move in detail, of course, the president's family, has to be safe at all times, so the president probably wouldn't be able to focus on his job at hand. So she talks about the day-to-days of like just like teenagers like being flexible and being able to move at this like drop of a dime. They don't have time to like wait an hour for shit to come back. So that was like a big section of it too, was just like integrating the personal family, you know. It sounds like grandma, Michelle Obama's mom, it sounded like she got it all figured out. She wasn't letting nobody touch her laundry. She had her own little place. She came in as a little sitter, as a chaperone, whenever she needed to. So she really got a good, she enjoyed all the blessings, it seems, that were at that point without trying to change up at all. She didn't try to be in the media. It's said that if she was ever recognized as the in-laws or a parent of Obama's, then she would just say, oh yeah, I get that a lot. Like, no confirm, no deny, just so innocent. So like all the descriptions of grandma were super nice. And you know, grandmas rule the world. So this book was amazing. I would definitely recommend it. It's the first book I ever read that was part of Oprah's book club. I never read a book from Oprah's book club. So that just shows that I tapped into an audience or tapped into a demographic that she was focused on. I tapped into that. I was like, yo, let me see what all these women are raving about when it comes to any of the books that are in Oprah's book club. So I was like, yo, let me get into that audience, see what all these rich people are reading, and yeah, learning about the intricacies of the president and the president's wife was amazing. So go check this book out. I'll put the Amazon link in the bottom. Subscribe, comment. I'm sorry I made the video so long.
On theeasyplaylist.com.